We're here back in the fantasy bar talking some baseball. 6 of my favorite plays for this huge Tuesday night slate on FanDuel and DraftKings will once again give you not one stack, but two of my favorite stacks on the night. A near minimum price play for you here as well on both sides to save you some money. A starting pitcher in the mid-range I am loving. And of course, my favorite bat on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome back, guys. Tuesday edition here at Beer's Daily Fantasy Six-Pack. Talking some baseball. 6 guys fresh off the tap for you for your lineups tonight on DraftKings and FanDuel. Thank you, as always, for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Before we get to the plays, you guys have been crushing it. Let's see if we can top yesterday's thumbs up button, hitting that tip jar, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to each and every one of you out there. Subscribe, hit that notification bell if you have not already. If you missed it yesterday, baseball will continue through August, 3 days a week. Then we'll transition over to some NFL. NFL six-packs each and every week, pints and picks with 2 of my favorite bets each and every week, and we'll still bring you one baseball video a week, probably every Tuesday. So little programming change, but we will wrap up and go baseball through September along with our 2 NFL videos. So subscribe, again, hit that notification bell. Don't want you to miss any of the videos. All right, let's get to it here tonight. Let's start at shortstop with Zach Neto of the Angels. So Neto been fantastic this season. You get the power upside, the speed upside, and I love the Angels stack here tonight against Patrick Corbin, a guy that we pick on and talked about plenty. I know he's got a lot of supporters out there, but we kept saying the wheels are going to fall off sooner rather than later, and they have. We'll get to that here in a second. Now Neto's giving you some solid numbers against lefties. 256 ISO, barrel rate over 20%. And look at that batting average on balls in play sitting at just 231. So been unlucky, and yet the numbers are still fantastic here. Now back to Corbin. Last 2 starts, only 6 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, 11 earned runs allowed. Just don't see him turning it around here. Give me some Angels and Zach Neto lead us off here on Tuesday night. All right, let's add another piece from the Angels in the outfield with Joe Adell. So Adell was a highly touted prospect, just never lived up to the billing, but really showing some signs here this season and been great of late. Last 8 games, 3 multi-hit games and 4 home runs for him over just that 8-game span. And the numbers against lefties have been great. 399 WOBA. Look at that ISO way up at 329 on the season against southpaws here. And Corbin leans on 3 pitches. Look at the ISOs for Joe Adell against those pitches. And this goes back to the start of last season. So pretty decent sample here. 857, 643, and a solid 290 against those top 3 pitches. Great power spot here for Joe Adell against Patrick Corbin. All right, let's add another piece from the Angels, but we're going to go with starting pitcher, Yusei Kikuchi. So I love the bats here, so that's going to hopefully provide him plenty of run support, but I do like this spot for Kikuchi. I get it, the production has been up, it's been down, it's been all over the place. What you'd expect for a guy like this in this price range, but the upside has certainly been way up there. And the strikeouts have been pretty bankable here for him as well. Last 13 starts, 7 or more strikeouts in 7 of those games. So has shown plenty of upside here. And we look at his Texas team, we're talking bottom 10 in almost every category I looked at against left-handed pitching here. In the projected starting lineup, we see 6 bats sitting above 23% strikeout rate against left-handed pitching this season. So I think this is a spot he can definitely get a 6, 7, 8, potentially double-digit strikeouts, which we have seen this season. So you compare him with these bats if you want, even if not at price and matchup. He is my favorite starting pitcher for Tuesday night. All right, let's get you some value at second base or outfield with Ronnie Simon of Pittsburgh. Just 2,200 on both sites, and we've talked about this a lot as well. This time of the year, August, September, a lot of these kids are going to make the jump to the major leagues, and these sites generally price them very low. So it's a great buy low opportunity. His prices will not stay at 2,200 sitting atop of this lineup. And I get it, it's Pittsburgh, but it's a guy that's gotten hits in 8 of his last 10 games, hitting in that leadoff spot. So you get more at-bats, more opportunities for fantasy points on these cheap price tags. And Palante has just been awful. We talked about how bad Corbin's been. Palante says, hold my beer. 21 hits, 15 earned runs over his last 3 games. So a guy that's been struggling here, a cheap bat at the top of this order, Ronnie Simon, my favorite value here for Tuesday night. All right, let's go to the outfield next. we're going to go back to the well and Kerry Carpenter of Detroit. So we talked about Carpenter being in a funk yesterday, and we thought it was a good spot for him to wake up, and he certainly did. 3 hits in that game. Did not get the home run we were looking for, but I'm going right back to the well here for him again tonight in Sacramento. Going back to the start of last season, so huge sample here. Leads this team with a 389 WOBA and a 298 ISO against right-handed pitching. And Vito has really struggled against left-handed bats. 380 WOBA allowed, 243 ISO, and a 55% hard contact rate. I get it. He's the opener, not going to be in there very long, but we're going to get at least 1 at bat, potentially 2. And this is a bad bullpen as well for the Athletics. Tigers projected for almost 6 runs tonight, and then Kerry Carpenter has a big hand in that here on Tuesday night. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's give away another free week of RotoGrinders Premium with our Beast of the Night contest. Simple, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Head to the comment section and throw a number in there. My highest scoring hitters, DraftKings points for the 5 bats I'm going to give you. Your guess is the closest. Simple as that. You walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. All right, let's wrap things up with my favorite play for Tuesday night. You know, Matt's Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. Normally like to mix it up, give you different plays, but we're going right back to the well on Riley Green, tonight's Beast of the Night. Well, this is my favorite spot again tonight, so we're going to go right back to it here with Riley Green. Solid game last night. Again, didn't get the home run we were hoping for, but did give us a couple hits, and I love this team again here tonight. Against righties, he's been great. 398 WOBA, that ISO up over 300 now against right-handed pitching. Vito, slider, 4-seam fastball. Green has absolutely demolished both of those pitches. 609, 232 ISOs. This bullpen is bad, so no matter what they do, even if Vito doesn't last long in this game, the Tigers going to put some runs on the board. I think Carpenter Green going to put some big fantasy points on the board. Riley Green, easily my favorite play in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Tuesday 6-pack. As always, you got comments, you got questions, you got feedback. Hit me up in that comment section right below the video here on YouTube, or you can reach out on Twitter at Beermakersfan and get your guess in. We've made it very simple. Throw a number in there. If your guess is closest to my highest scoring hitters DraftKings points, you're going to get a free week. RotoGrinders Premium, just for hanging out with me today in the Fantasy Bar. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll take a couple days off and be back on Friday. We'll kick off our NFL content next week. Try to get that out early for you guys with a 6-pack for week 1 and 2 of my favorite bets for week 1 as well. Guys, good luck tonight. Thank you so much for your support and for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on rotogrinders.com/videos.